I just saw someone recently, and she came on to tell me, I'd seen her a couple times for lupus nephritis. She was on dialysis 4 days a week. And I saw her yesterday. She's off dialysis. Off dialysis. And her lupus markers are all negative. Her ANA reverted. Everything's negative. Complement's normal. It is officially Lupus Awareness Month. I got my purple on. Lupus awareness colors, I have a lot of purple. Purple's a good color, but it's also lupus awareness. And the big first thing I want to bring awareness to, and this affects people not just with lupus, but all of you, is I want to talk about one of the most important things I want people to be aware of with lupus, which is that there is hope. It drives me absolutely up a wall, and it's hard to drive me up a wall. I am pretty easygoing. But it drives me up a wall every time I hear the phrase, I'm going to utter it, the phrase, false hope. All right? I'm here to say that there is no such thing as false hope. There is hope and there is hopelessness, but there is never false hope. What kept me alive during the years that I had lupus and not in a hole of dark depression, what helped me thrive was hope. I was diagnosed at 16. My doctor said I had 6 months to live unless I did experimental treatments to try to save my kidneys, all right? I was in pain every day. In fact, all of the major accomplishments that I've had in my life up until having my family were accomplished while I had lupus, right? I got through high school. I graduated top of my class. I got into my favorite college. I got to medical school. I did all of the things, became a doctor. Everything I did was with lupus. Why would I fight so hard against all of the pain and disease I had if I had no hope, right? And there were plenty of people who said there wasn't, right? That I was told I would become disabled by my 40s. I'm fittest I've ever been in my 40s, right? I was told that I could never have children. I was told that all the things I could never do. And yet I decided to embrace hope and belief that I could have a life anyway. So I took my meds, I did what my doctor said, and I did all the things that I wanted to do for my life, things that filled my heart, with the hope that I would get to have a career. And even if I was disabled, I could be a doctor and be in a wheelchair, whatever it was, that I was never going to give up hope for my life. So even if you are sick, you need hope, right? What kept my grandparents alive in Nazi Germany? Hope. Hope that they would become free. Hope that they would one day get to live a life that made them happy. What's gotten me through the hardest pains of my life, and I can tell you the hardest pains I've experienced have not been physical, but emotional. It was hope that one day I'm going to feel like myself again. I'm going to be happy again, and I can have a life of purpose again and feel all the love and happiness again, right? Hope is everything. In fact, when you're trying to diagnose suicidal depression, the key symptom of suicidal depression is hopelessness. So I want everyone to realize that whatever you're dealing with, whether it's lupus or MS or you have, I just got off the line right now, right before this session. I just did a new session with someone who's doing my plan pretty darn well, who has retinitis pigmentosa. For 30 years ago, it's 29 years and change, she woke up almost blind while pregnant, all right? And over the years, lost her vision. So about 30 years ago, lost color vision, lost peripheral vision, lost all ability to see light, and progressively got worse until she was fully blind. She has not been able to see color, light, anything for almost 30 years. And then she started doing my protocol, and now she can see light, and she's starting to see color again. She saw the green of her broccoli. She saw red and blue on the TV. She couldn't even see where the TV was before because she couldn't see light, and now she can. And it's been almost 30 years. Hope. And she didn't even do my program for her eyes. She did it for her cholesterol because she figured she's blind, because in Western medicine, there is no hope for retinitis pigmentosum. You will go blind. That is the only thing that will happen. And here she is. So she's just trying to get her cholesterol good, and suddenly her eyes are working again. There's hope. So whether it's just for hope for having a good quality of life with whatever disabilities or different abilities or pain or problems you have, or whether it's for getting yourself to do what it takes to get better, hope is everything. There is no false hope. There is either hope or there's hopelessness. And here's the thing. If you choose hope, the side effects are good. The side effects of holding on to hope are motivation, happiness, peace in your heart, gratitude for your life. And when you make changes, such as changing your diet, doing my Goodbye Lupus protocol, right? If you're already in a state of hope, then you have all those side effects of happiness and gratitude, guess what? Cellular repair, it happens faster. Hopelessness, side effects could be deadly. You give up, you lack motivation, you're not willing to try. You just give up on your life. So the most important thing I want you to be aware of for Lupus Awareness Month is that there is always hope that you can live a good life. I lived a good life with lupus, in pain, even with kidney issues, even with blood clots. I clung to hope and it gave me quality of life. And then when I changed my diet, then I got health. And I know that's why most of you are watching me is because you want health. Because I don't just inspire people with hope, I also have results. And the results are good. The hardest part of my work is convincing people to do it, to giving you enough hope and enough motivation to do it. The information, it's there. So in order for you to get those results, guess what you can do right now? Right now, goodbyelupus.com, free classes. Those classes teach all the details that are in my book, Goodbye Lupus, on how to eat to reverse disease. And that works for everyone because it's not really about lupus. The protocol it specializes in cellular repair and immune function. So if you want the information, it's free right now until the end of next week. Classes are up. And it's cheap to have a lifetime access to them, but I like to put them up for free on a regular basis just to pressure you to embrace the information because there's too many people I see. I just saw someone recently and actually saw her yesterday. And I was so happy because she was the last client of the day and she came on to tell me I'd seen her a couple times for lupus nephritis. She was on dialysis 4 days a week. And I saw her yesterday. She's off dialysis. Off dialysis. And her lupus markers are all negative. Her ANA reverted, everything's negative, complement's normal. And from 4 days a week dialysis to 3 to 2 to 1 off dialysis and back to work. Oh, right? But what she told me was she had already had my book a couple years ago when she first got diagnosed with lupus and she didn't read it and she didn't do anything about it until she was on dialysis. And she went, wow, I wish I had started before. I said, well, hey, you started, you're stable, do it, right? But I know if I can put a pressure on you, you're more likely to take action. Here you go. It's Lupus Awareness Month. There's some motivation. And we've had people all over the world reverse diseases for free using the information. So there's hope. There's information for free. There's results, right? And for those of you who want more help, that's the rest of what I do, right? I donate as much of my time as I can to the public. I give free information. I give free coaching. That's why I'm here. I give free inspiration. That's what I'm here for. I want, with all my heart, for my impact on this world to have been that I helped save as many lives as I could, right? I want everyone to have the chance to live the dreams that I've gotten to. To be able to grow old with the person I love, to be able to have children, to be able to feel good. You know, at 47, I have 0 health problems. At 27, I was having mini strokes. At 17, I had arthritis and kidney failure. I'm actually reversing the aging process to the point where I feel the best I've ever felt 30 years after my diagnosis, over 30 years. And I've gotten to experience so much beauty and love. And I want you to have that with all my heart. So that's why I'm here. I didn't expect to get so emotional. But that's why I'm here. I think not enough people talk about how there's hope, not just to get better, which there is. I'm living proof of that. This is 19 years lupus-free right now. But there's also hope for a good life even while you're sick. And I don't want anyone to waste the time. I talked to someone yesterday who said, I said, what do you want for your life? She goes, I'll figure that out when I'm better. I'm like, doesn't work that way. You gotta live now.